Good morning. In today's video, we'll continue with the chapter The 100 Dresses Part 1. So today we'll start from the last paragraph of page number 66. So let's begin. As for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day, how many dresses and how many hats? How many this and that? That she was bothering her. Maddie was poor herself. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. Hand-me-down means the old clothes that are given by somebody else. Thanks goodness, she did not live up on Boggin Heights or have a funny name. So now in this, what is given here is, in this it is given that Maddie, she did not like the idea of making fun of the number of the clothes, the number of the hats, and the other accessories that Wanda possessed. And it is not because she cared about her, but it was because she was poor herself. And she also wore the clothes that were given to her by somebody else. But she was quite lucky that she did not live in Boggin Heights, and nor did she have a weird name like Wanda Petronsky. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dresses game. But suppose Peggy and all others started it on her next. She wasn't as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. So now in this, it is given that Peggy, she kept on asking Wanda about her dresses and the accessories that she possessed. And Maddie did not feel very comfortable when she was being she was being mocked in a polite voice by Peggy. So Maddie, she what she used to do is, she felt quite embarrassed when Wanda was being teased, and what she would do is she would just sit silently, count the marbles in her hand, and then after that she did not want her to make fun of Wanda. So now she felt she did not feel sorry for her, but she was just thinking about herself because she was also poor, and she was just thinking if Wanda and the other girls, they would make fun of her, then she would also be in the same situation as if Peggy and the other girls would make fun of her, then she would also be in the same position as Wanda was. So although Wanda was quite poor, but she felt that she would not tell them about the 100 dresses, so she will not be mocked as Wanda was being mocked. So, but she was quite worried that they might start on her, and she was just wishing that Peggy should stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not she had not had to make fun of Wanda. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8, let's see. She wished she had nerve to write Peggy a note, because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." When she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. Shuddered is to shake, to tremble. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Peggy might ask her where she got that dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise. Disguises to hide, to conceal the original identity. Disguise with new trimmings so no one in room 13 would recognize it. So now in this, what is given here is, in this it is given that although she was quite late to school that day, but she was quite happy that she did not make fun of Wanda Petronsky. So she was quite happy about that she did not make fun of Wanda Petronsky. And what she did was, she just kept on doing her maths arithmetic problems, and she was just muttering, she was just saying it to herself, 8 times 8. And then she just wanted to write a note to Peggy, because she knew that she did not have the courage to speak in front of Peggy and tell her that what she was doing was not correct. She should not tease Wanda Petronsky. So she knew that she won't be able to speak anything in front of Peggy. So what she did was, she started writing a note. And all of a sudden what happens is, like when she finished her arithmetic and she did start a note to Peggy, she did writing a note to Peggy. So that was the time she just stopped and she trembled. And she was just imagining herself to be there in the schoolyard, and it was like she felt that she was just imagining herself to be a new target for Peggy and the girls, and they were just asking her from where. She was just imagining all this was all going on in her mind. So these girls, they were asking her from where did she get the dress, and that was the time, like she was just she answered the girls, this is all an imagination that is going on. So she just told the girls that it was one of Peggy's old dress, and it was her mother, Maddie's mother, who had tried to hide the dress, who had given the dress a new look, and it was by using the trimmings, the new trimmings, that nobody, and after seeing that dress, nobody in room number 13 could make out that it was the same dress that was handed to Maddie by Peggy.